Tavuli News today, Solomon Islands marks International Children's Day 2025. Farmers prepare for wet season and cyclone threats in Guadalcanal. Plans for humanitarian warehouse in Auki, Malaita province. And coming up in sports, high school rugby competition heads to the finals. Hello and welcome. I'm Lisa Aussie Fellow. First up, the Minister for Agriculture and Livestock, Franklin Derikwasi, has signed a major land lease agreement with Makira-Ulao Provincial Government Premier Stanley Siapu for a 5.87 hectare agricultural development project at Auki, North Guadalcanal Plains. The initiative aims to boost food security, strengthen agricultural productivity and support rural economic growth. Plans include cassava demonstration plots, poultry and piggery units, and training programs for local staff and students. Premier Siapu welcomed the partnership, emphasising its role in unlocking Makira-Ulao's agricultural potential. Initial site preparations will begin soon, with full development expected in 2026. The Solomon Islands Government, through the Ministry of Women, Youth, Children and Family Affairs, partners with UNICEF, World Vision, Save the Children and other key agencies to commemorate International Children's Day 2025. This year's event is especially significant as the country marks 30 years since ratifying the UN Convention on the Rights of the Child in April 1995.
Since 1995, Solomon Island government signed UNCRC. So today, we celebrating Children's Day along with the anniversary celebrating the 30th UNCRC Solomon Island. For me, feel happy too much because everyone cooperate. Ministry with them, key stakeholders below him, cooperate good and children too, enjoy today. So I'm so that enjoy today and feeling valuable day. Yeah? Just like we see all Pikinini Solomon Island, including those in the provinces, remote areas, and where Kotanogarim access Lota services. Happy Children's Day and may God bless you, Makata. Thank you.
The celebration held under the theme Listen to the Future, for every child, every right. This has a significant meaning.
Since the government actually ratified the UNCRC commitment to child rights in the country, today I'm really a special day where children are able to come together and then also celebrate them day today. And also today too, during the speeches, the Children's Forum where the Pikinini make them today, actually acknowledging government, communities, schools and families where supporting and helping to really enjoy their rights in the country, but at the same time, what I also identify too some of the key areas where I like looking some for improvement where make them today through their call for action. So I think as a stakeholders, have one time where we also need to reflect and also ask ourselves what can we do more for the children, noting that this is the very youngest population in the country, and then there are issues of concern with the Karem where you may also need to take into consideration in making sure that they really enjoy their rights as a child and fully enjoy childhood blota inside the country.
It's the wet season for the region, and many farmers have already been anticipating their biggest fear: the bad weather, cyclone season, and heavy rainfall, which often threatens their crops and livelihoods, especially in the weather coast region of Guadalcanal province. Today, Tuesday, we visited watercress farmers in Haliatu village, South Guadalcanal. Here's Emma Kumasi with this report.
Haliatu village, tucked along the remote weather coast of South Guadalcanal, lies about 4 hours by boat from the capital, Honiara. This quiet coastal community is well known for its thriving watercress farm, locally called aquatic grass.
Lo mi fa lo village di sa water cresa yang wan fala mensos blo kakai blo mi fala daily na.
As the cyclone season approaches, farmers here are growing increasingly concerned. Rising sea levels and heavy rains threaten to destroy their crops, which are planted close to the shoreline.
From experience blo mi fala tam hem bad weather bahem affecting na water grass, which is if bad weather rain too much and flood, tam out na every water grass, which is one for source of income blo mi falo community. So once out no more, mi fala ba take weeks and months for me for replanting back more than him for him to grow back or something.
Despite these challenges, water-crazed farming remains the community's main source of income.
Sampala sabi kay sampala sem na mi se ota sabi do selo town selo place.
For Tavuli News, Emma Komasi, South Guadalcanal.
The Ministry of Infrastructure Development, with World Bank support through CIRAP 2, has engaged SMEC International Pty Limited to review road safety management in the Solomon Islands. Now, the review will assess current systems, develop a 3-year road safety action plan, and support the creation of a National Road Safety Council. SMEC has begun field inspections and consultations with key agencies, including MID, Honiara City Council, and the Royal Solomon Islands Police Force. MID Permanent Secretary Alan Lilia says the initiative aims to strengthen coordination and improve road safety as vehicle numbers grow. Plans are underway to establish a humanitarian warehouse in Auki, Malaita province. The facility aims to strengthen disaster preparedness and improve response during emergencies. Margaret Noake with the story.
The proposed Auki Humanitarian Warehouse is part of ongoing discussions between the National Disaster Management Office, Malaita Provincial Government, the Pacific Community and Development Partners.
First sort of phase of the program. So by 30th of June 27, we would hope to certainly be very well on the way with the construction of a warehouse for Auki.
The facility is expected to serve as a central hub for storing relief supplies such as food, shelter materials, and medical kits, helping communities recover faster after disasters.
For make sure that the people blame the suffering alleviated or reduced immediately. Yeah? The fear always you garam time we respond low emergency phase is for make him go into the secondary phase. Yeah, the secondary phase is where a lot of chaotic situation by him come where him become complex for what the governments for maintaining and by him usually the very expensive exercise when you garam a secondary phase law disasters.
This is a Pacific Partnership initiative aimed at strengthening disaster preparedness across the region, including the Solomon Islands.
This warehouse must be built to a standard that makes it resilient to the types of disasters that it needs to be able to respond to. And that means access as well as the building itself. So that is it's a primary consideration.
Consultations are continuing to identify a suitable site and finalize funding arrangements before construction begins.
As I mentioned, there's a lot of work that goes into all of the the land preparation, doing the hazard assessments, land surveys, geotechnicals, etc. And then, of course, you've got to procure and contract, and then you've got to do all of those things before you can ever get to the actual construction stage.
Out of 14 participating countries, including Timor-Leste, Kiribati stands out as the first to establish a humanitarian warehouse, followed by Palau with a recent groundbreaking. The Solomon Islands is progressing and is likely to be the third in the region. For Tavuli News, I'm Margaret Noake.
The Young Entrepreneurs Council, Solomon Islands, YEXI, is just days away from hosting its awards night. This is the second event celebrating young business entrepreneurs in Solomon Islands. Moses Aunama Jr., coordinator of YEXI, says there is so much to be looking forward to at this year's awards.
This year as well, we have membership from all the 9 provinces that Imigaren. For Mifala, that's one thing when Mifa really like achieving this year. So we also had an additional award where for our members in the provinces too. So this could be something that I'm really encouraging our entrepreneurs in the provinces, where are able to get into entrepreneurship and also become our members too. So yeah, exciting for having back again this year. With them, a lot of great stakeholders were stuck with them Mifala last year and this year. So yeah, we're looking forward to it.
This year's 2025 YEXI Awards is pleased to announce that 11 awards will be presented, reflecting the growing interest and achievements of young entrepreneurs over the years.
The additional awards, sort of target him na the specific categories where Mifa grow him in membership too. One of them I think I'll make mention of, and I think the Ministry of Agriculture, which is our first gold sponsor, where I'm coming there, I'm agribusiness. That was an award that Mifala no give him in 2022, but this year for agriculture, tourism, with a growing online business where a lot of young people engage with him, we will also have an online award for an online business.
Solomon Water has issued a notice that water supply from Congolai and Kobito sources have been reinstated yesterday evening. Congolai and Kobito are the 2 key sources that supply water to customers. The water sources were switched off late on Friday night following the heavy rainfall, resulting in the increase of turbidity at the water sources. Turbidity is a measurement of how cloudy the water is in surface water sources and can be caused by silt, mud, algae, or other particles in the water. The action to turn off supply is necessary to ensure safe water for drinking and use. The disinfection process cannot kill any bacteria where there is high turbidity, which makes it unsafe and poses health risks to customers. High turbidity in water will also clog pipes and customer facilities. Given the shutdown period, the water production system will fully recover within the next 48 hours. And moving on now to regional news, China has donated 100 million to Vanuatu to rebuild public buildings damaged by last year's earthquake. According to Vanuatu Daily Post, the funds will help restore the Parliament complex, the Prime Minister's office, and several other facilities, including Koroman Stadium, Malapoa College, and the Foreign Affairs Ministry. Chinese Ambassador Li Mingyang says the grant shows Beijing's continued support for Vanuatu's recovery after the December 17th quake. Tuvalu's health department says there have been a total of 848 cases of dengue-like illnesses undergoing testing. Of these, 238 people were reported as rapid dengue testing positive. The Health Department's latest report for the week ending November the 2nd said the slope had started to descend from the previous week. A dengue outbreak was declared on Tuvalu on the 5th of June. That's regional news. Stay with us. Coming up next is sports. Welcome back. Now in sports, the 2025 MSG Prime Minister's Cup begins today in Papua New Guinea after changes made to the fixtures due to the withdrawal of New Caledonia. With the changes to the fixtures, Solomon Islands men's senior team will take on Papua New Guinea Gold in their first match of the tournament on Thursday. And the Solomon Islands women's team now takes on Papua New Guinea Red this weekend on Saturday. With New Caledonia's withdrawal from the competition, Solomon Islands men's team is left with Papua New Guinea in Pool A. The women's division, Solomon Islands women's senior team, is in Pool B together with Fiji and Papua New Guinea. And the Credit Corporation High School Rugby semi-finals resumed this week after a long break due to school exams. On Monday match day, Honiara Senior High School takes on King George as the competition continues in the semi-finals. In the first half, King George opened the scoreboard and dominated with 8 points to 0. In the second half, Honiara Senior High School secured their first points through a penalty, but King George maintained a strong defence. However, Honiara Senior High School fought back in the final minutes before the whistle, 23-16. Honiara Senior High School now is ready for the grand final with Kolale Community High School, which goes down this coming Friday.
Boys bar no train full after exam, even before exam if I rest. So imi looking seleva too. Performance and still a lot of improvements but need there. But me bar really happy that even though we fall no come together as a team, but in Jalo field, boys always count on each other and have no big team like Volane Mota is always count on next teammate there. I'm really happy to win today and Bamfala hope to take back na title. If you look seleva, we fall no fit there, so. We follow play normal follow KG. So second half, we got slow down game because we follow no fit, keeping boys together. No need for play a fancy too much. We slow down game no second half na. But KG no still live to ball from me. But yeah, main thing is trusting boys no man. Talabota not to talk too much lot self also. Lot of pressure lot self I'm no good. Going into finals, yes, a lot of walk-ons. Me follow not just here to compete but to win. So. A lot of walk-ons and we follow putting priority for taking back up.
And that concludes our Tavuli News Bulletin. You can revisit our stories on our social media platforms. That's on Facebook, X, YouTube. And for any comments, feedback or stories that you wish to share with us, send us an email. That's newsdesk@tavulinews.com.sb. I'm Lisa Osifello. Thanks for joining us.